April 8th, 2023. Well, I was thinking about currencies in the middle of the night, and I guess I've just been into currencies for a long time. Yeah. Oh. What? Huh. Anyway, that was kind of interesting, that video. I saw a flash of a passport, and then I saw, what else did I see? A plane waiting outside, and 3. So I'm not too into numbers because I've got some gematria friends, but I noticed 3, and like 3 minutes. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I just wanted to make a video. I've got to get some stuff done, but I thought I'd make a video about currencies because I've been interested in currencies for a long time. Hey, you. Yep, some people think you're still alive. That's kind of weird because I was, that's my first year at Harvard. I arrived there in the fall of 1989. Interesting. Okay, you go over there, sir. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about bills. I've been interested in bills and finance since I was kind of a little boy. Sometimes if you want to have compassion on yourself, think of yourself as a little baby. Okay, so, yeah, that's the Newport Ball. When I was back at HBS, we had a ball at a mansion here. Okay, hey, Eustace Mullins, the Puritans chosen. I kind of laid things. Look at these Canadians with the crazy currency. And little did I know when I was in St. Thomas, those islands behind me, they could have been Branson's Island or even, who knows, that other bad guy, Kis No Bueno. I guess I could have probably read that. That's on St. Thomas, Belongo Bay. Red Hook was by there. So let's talk about currencies, okay? Currencies is a big deal. So look at, there's dinars. Some people really got into that. I remember people talked about it. Federal Reserve System, possible these scenes. Okay, so being in South America, you know, we went through Brazil, and so I had some Brazilian money. 50 francs, there's some francs, and, yep, I was there in Argentina. I was there too for that thing, and that was pretty good. I just kind of found that. That's a pretty cool thing. So let's talk about paper money, okay? Because every paper currency in the history of the world has gone bankrupt. So there's Banco de Mexico, okay? Who knows? Maybe if you know about Mexico, that seems like a really old, rare bill there. I wonder what's worth money now. 100, whatever. But it's kind of interesting. Well, let's look. Let's look at this. Brent's bills, extra credit, so I had to do it for school. What's that? Bank of England. Look at that, Jersey. That's like a little exclusive island there between France and England by the Channel. Okay, so look at this. Whoa, the human egg, 52 times magnified, 1970s. I was just thinking about this. I wonder if anybody's interested in these cars. Ford Torino, lowest priced hardtop. I had a Maverick when I was in college, an old one, but look, brand new, 1995. Let's see if we can talk about inflation and just kind of figure it out a little bit. America's best-selling wagons. We had one of those. My dad bought it in Houston, 67. Mustang, #1 again. Okay, so, okay. Hey, cool thing. So, let's get back to, let's go to Brent's bills. Extra credit, and I did this probably, I'm just, okay. If lost, returned, you can see it away. So, in Argentina, this is my extra credit thing. Argentina, 1960s, 50 pesos was worth 25 cents, 150 cents. Then Brazil, look at, this was worth 1/10 of 1 cent, 5 cruzeiros. And look at Brazil here. There's 50 cents was 500, $1 was 1,000 cruzeiros, and then here, that was a different $1,000 bill, I guess. They had different colors. They're kind of cool. The lowest bill is worth 1/10 of a cent. Brazil no longer uses coins, but instead bills. So I think when you know, are around other countries, or you grow up in them, you get used to understanding inflation. Here in America, they don't. Look at those Canucks. I collected these bills back in. You Canadians. Cool. Are those rare now? I don't know. I like them. They're kind of cool. King and Queen. Okay, Uruguay, 1/16 of a cent, or 0.16. and that's Uruguay again. So let's just talk about Chile, because they've had inflation and hyperinflation. So they had 50, look at this, 50 pesos was worth, I guess, it wasn't even worth 1 cent when I did this project for school back in 1967, 68. So they have pesos, and then they go to they change to 100 pesos. See, that's worth 0.024 cents. And then they even change, they go to escudos, worth 0.24 cents. Excuse me, 24 cents. So if you live in most countries, you see inflation and hyperinflation. They change the bills, and then they get to the point where a barrel full of money, you might have studied the Weimar Republic, is it worth anything? So the question is, will that ever happen to the dollar? Well, my mom can go buy a whole cart of groceries in Mountain View back in the, in the late 60s for 20 bucks. Or I guess, no, that was 50s when I was a real tiny kid, kind of like that. So when I was that big, my mom could fill up her shopping cart for 20 bucks. Yep. So people, inflation's real, okay? And, I don't know what to say, but it's happening to the dollar. The time will come when this probably won't be worth anything. And it just, I just think people, I wish they'd understand. I guess I'm kind of like, maybe I'm a fanatic about it. But look, I've been calculating currency rates since I was like, I guess 10 or something, whatever. I'm a weirdo, I know. But this thing here will become worthless like every other currency. I hate to tell you the truth, but that's the truth. So right now, like I had a great hamburger the other day, or yesterday, $8.99. When people figure out that there's trillions and quadrillions of these that are coming back to the United States, that hamburger is going to be $50, $100, $200. People won't believe it, but in this kind of money, this kind of paper money, with the hyperinflation and all the printing, because basically the Federal Reserve, they can say, hey, want more money? They don't have to print it. They just push a button, They just push a button, and boom, boom, boom. You can have, just think if if you were like part of the Federal Reserve, say, I give $1 billion to my kid. No, I want to give, I want to give 20 billion to Ukraine. People do stuff like that. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So things seem crazy, but you can always count on change, and you can count that every paper currency in the history of the world eventually becomes worthless, and that'll happen to this one too. It's just so obvious to me, but a lot of other people haven't figured it out yet. It seems, but I think they're going to figure it out really quick when this won't do much. Probably can't buy. You won't be able to buy a candy bar for this much. When I was a little boy, you could buy a candy bar for 10 cents. I would say within a few months, you can't buy a candy bar for 20 bucks. Okay? Rock on. Have a great, everything's happening this weekend. By the way, holiday weekend, 3 days here in Europe, 4 days. Watch out. Watch out. I'm thinking of the Beatles song, 1 after 9:09. I guess I'm in a good mood because I found my old bill collection, Brent's bills. And it's important to understand inflation and hyperinflation, because it's going to happen. It's happened with every currency in the history of the world, and it's going to happen with our currency. And it's going to happen in the next few weeks, and you're going to see it with your own eyes. Rock on. Ciao for now.